Yeah, Priya. In preparation for the big road trip. All right. Preparation for the big road trip. Look at that. Hitting the car wash. Good evening and welcome back. And today's adventure is going to be in the X5 again. What I've decided to do is go on a nice little road trip. So, as you're fully well aware, I bought this off my dad. I drove 200 miles from Horden, where he lives, down to Peterborough. Well, just outside of Peterborough. And what I've decided to do is take the eldest, Priya, with me, and we're going to go back up and see him. So, what we're going to do is take the car, fill it full of diesel, which I'll do ever so shortly. I want to say ever so shortly, actually tomorrow, because I'm recording this the day before on the Sunday. We're driving up on the Monday. Don't worry, it's half term. She's not been illegally taken out of school, and I'm not going to get hit with an £80 fine for being that guy that decided to take his kid on holiday when it was slightly cheaper. No, the reason why we're not going abroad is because it's too dang expensive. So, I'm going to take him to see my dad. She's quite excited to see Granddad. It'll be the first time she sees his new house. So we're going to drive up to Horden, which is a 200-mile trip. We're going to drive back from Horden a couple days later, which is another 200-mile trip. So we're hoping to do minimum 400 miles. However, when we're there, we're not just going to be sat around having Werther's originals, because at the end of the day, it's not like you're going to go see your granddad back in the early 90s, late 90s, whatever it may be when you were going to your granddad's. We're hoping to have a little bit of time out in either Newcastle or Durham. Personally, I'd quite like to spend some time in Durham because it seems like a very interesting city. I bet if you're from there, you'll probably be like, nah, it's crap. But it's got a very beautiful looking cathedral, and I believe there's a castle which is part of Durham University. Don't quote me on it just yet, because I'm sure later on in the video you'll be able to see what it is that I'm looking at and why I'm looking at it. So yeah, tonight's episode is me, Priya, doing around about 400 miles minimum up to Horden, checking out Durham, and then coming back again over the half term. And I think, do you know what, for added lols, we might as well see, one, what the MPGs are going to be like on the old X5, because we have got a nice super long run for us to do it. And yeah, just generally see, can you have a couple of days out for cheap in the north? Which I'm sure you can, because you can actually have a couple of days out cheap in the south and or in the east. Big up the east, because at the end of the day, East Anglia, why would you want to go anywhere else? Except for if your parents don't live there, or parent doesn't live there. Anyway, let's have a snapshot or a video of me filling up petrol, if I remember to do it. Better not be petrol, better be diesel, because petrol will blow the car up. So yeah, let's make sure it's that. If I forget to do it, then you'll join me tomorrow afternoon when we're setting off from home on the long, winding road that is the A1. See you then! Right, so you join me the following morning. I filled up the car with some diesel. You can see that I'm lightly glowed by the halogen bulbs that I've installed in the car instead of those tacky LED ones. So I've got a full tank, reset the trip computer. I've actually reset it this time instead of just letting it roll over. I'm currently sat on 0.2 because I've driven from the petrol station to the car park, because hanging out in a Tesco car park is what you should do, because I'm a youth, pretending to be a youth. At the moment, with that full tank, I've got a range of 535 miles, which is not the claimed range, but we'll soon see what it's like, because obviously I've been driving not really long runs. But there's been a slight amendment to the journey that we're going to do today. Like I said, we were going to do the 400 miles over to Horden, or 200 there, 200 back. But we're also going to go Werther's, because I'm taking the family pumpkin picking, so we're going to throw that into it as well. So we'll do that first, and then we're going to go on the big trip. So yeah, let's go pick some pumpkins and do some family-based activities, because, you know, parent. As an extra, I've been averaging 30.3 MPGs according to the trip computer, so I've reset that as well. I've also reset my average speed, which apparently was at 27.8, I think it was. There'll be a clip in here to tell you exactly what it was, so we'll see what those are at the end as well, because, you know, everybody loves data, innit? Except for his brother. That's a Star Trek reference. Everybody loves data except for the law. Alright, so we just got to Tesco's, diesel all topped up in the car. I need to go grab something to eat, so I'm just going to go grab a couple of things this morning, just to have for my breakfast because, you know, hungry. Stuff grabbed. The only thing I've got left to do now is go home, have a shower because just been to the gym as well at the same time, and get ready to head out to good old Wurzel's. So let's go. All right, in you get. We are getting ready for Wurzel's so that we can go pick some pumpkins. Right. Do you know what? There might actually be. Right, girls, we all ready to go to Wurzel's?
Yeah.
Right, let's go.
Wait, we forgot Mum.
Oh, fuff. Hello, Mr. Dinosaur. You guys like it? Oh, it does move.
I want to play the sandpit.
Is there a sandpit?
Over here, Dad. There's a sandpit.
So Wurzel's, is it worth it? Look, I've got a wheelbarrow full of tap. 5 pumpkins and a load of just random treats that cost me about 20 odd quid that I've got to cram in the back of the boot, along with the kids, which are coming along now. Got to drive back to home, drop off the missus, 2 of the girls, and then Priya and I are hitting the long drive to Horden. Let's go! Everybody's been dropped off now from Wurzel's. All the stuff's been put into the house, which is exactly where it needs to be. It's now Priya and I in the car. We've got 3 hours and 32 minutes worth of driving to do, which is 191 miles. So yeah, let's get on, get to it. I don't know how many stops there'll be. I'll definitely stop to go for a pee, because I'm old. Woo! In fact, I'm going to take this opportunity and say, while we're stopped at a traffic light, that yeah, quite looking forward to it. Hopefully it only takes that long. My dad did call me and say, look, please be aware there is going to be traffic at this time. However, it is half term, so I'm hoping traffic's going to be light. And it looks on Google Maps as though there's a bit of traffic on the way to Grantham. I hope it's not too bad. I hope it's not like last time when I was bringing the car back and there was like a huge tailback. If there is, I'm sure Google will kick me off and put me in the right move and in the right way to go. Right, it's 2:30. I'm assuming it'll be dark by the time I get there. Cue the montage. Sit rep, so a little break in the montage. We've got ourselves a nice little bit of congestion, apparently 14 minutes just after Newark. So let's see if it actually does just take 14 minutes or if it's going to take me longer. Hopefully 14 minutes or less. Anyway, back to the montage. Here I am following morning, so I didn't speak to you last night. Yeah, got here a little bit late due to all of those traffic slowdowns. The car itself, there you go. One of my favourite statements, just like Christina Aguilera. Dirty. Yeah, got us here well, in and amongst the bungos at Horden. Middle of the day, not middle of the day, what am I talking about? It's 7:30. I've got the only thing that's going to be getting me through the day with me, my classic Monster Energy, the extra large one, because if you're going to have a monster, you might as well have a good one. Oh, there's the bad one. Right, now going to get ourselves sorted, check out this Roman Folly, go get some diesel from Costco and I'll work out how much fuel is used. I think we're going to see the cathedral and then go to Gateshead. Let's do it. Right, just in the car now, going to head off to the Penshaw Monument. Child plugged in, headphones in, Dad, gonna sit there. Cool, let's go get this done. Here we are, Penshaw Mod. Can't see me, it's too sunny behind me. We gotta get that climbed. Windy. Very windy. Gotta get up there. Fuck. Yeah? You say hello, Priya? Say hello?
Hello. I'm well windy here.
It's well windy. Oh no. Ordnance survey. What we got here? S4124M. Different directions. Look at that. Look at that. And as if by magic, we've got tyre pressure loss. This sign come up here. I've had a quick look at the tyres and they look completely fine. It wouldn't be a road trip with me and the kids, or me and one child, if there wasn't going to be some sort of issue. So now I'm going to investigate, put some air in the tyre. Hopefully we haven't got a flat out of it, because new style car, so they don't come with fucking spare tyres. And yeah, happy days. Let me get this sorted. Costco, motherfucker!
Somebody tell you for a little bit. Are you alright?
Say dinner.
You want to say hello to the video? Say hi to Mum.
Hello, Mom.
We're going to get a Costco pizza, aren't we?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Super duper fast with my apple.
Minute. The Gateshead area. We're in TK Maxx because we thought we'd take a stop. You're just relaxing, ain't you?
Take a pic on me.
Alright, angry face. Photo taken. Exciting. Look at that. And then we got... No. Maker's Market. Full of everything and anything that you want. Nice little hidden gem.
Hey.
Is it tiring? Look at me, tell me. Is it tiring? Yeah.
Ow.
Durham Cathedral. Durham Castle. Completed it. And then if we look round that way, we should see the cathedral. Join me now, day 3, back in the car, getting ready to head back to Peterborough / Whittlesea. Gonna drop my dad off at the train station in Doncaster, because it's on the way, so he can go pick up a car for somebody else. Yeah, I suppose it's a small amount to pay for letting us have a great couple of days. I was gonna say weekend, but it's like half-term week. But yeah, so that was nice. I don't think I updated on what actually happened with the tyres. So when we were at that little garage, the guy went round, checked all the tyres, and ironically it was the driver's side rear. Instead of it being 36 psi, which you may be saying, hang on a minute, that's higher than what the manufacturer's recommended amount of psi should be for the tyres for the X5, but I haven't got run flats on. So that come back as 24. All the rest were like 25.5, or actually, shut up, all the rest were 35.5 or 36. That one was 24, so he's pumped it back up to 36, and yeah, it's been fine. I think when we gone and visited Penshaw Monument, essentially it was almost like a pothole, but it was like a ravine style pothole, so it was quite long and like across. And as the car went over it, front two went through fine. That rear one there, you could hear it go boom boom as it went into it. Basically poor driving / parking on my part. And I don't know whether that's knocked the tyre, wedged it, shot a load of air out. I am unsure. However, we've driven a further 60 miles around and about at varying speeds since it's been pumped up. No warning lights, no issues, no nothing. Did have a little look online. If I went to Halfords and wanted to get a replacement for the tyre, which is like a 315 something, I don't know. I'll put it in over here of what size it is. Halfords, if I can get a screenshot of it, I think it was about £250 for that same tyre. There's a local business in Peterborough that can get me a Accelera, which it could be good, but they start from £104 and then roll upwards to like your expensive Michelins and Pirellis. Yeah, but so yeah, ideally I want the car to not have a problem with the tyre, but if it does have a problem with the tyre, I bought an electric pump because it doesn't have one in Audi last night for 15 nights, so I can pump it back up. So hopefully I can get back to Peterborough and get a cheaper tyre. Worst case scenario, I have to stop at an what they call auto tyre centres or an Halfords and pay the large amount of money to get a tyre replaced. I'm sure there'll be a local garage around as well if I needed to, but yeah, should be all right. And it's pretty consistent roads all the way back down the A19 and then the A1. I'm sure you can hear in the background as well the gentle whistling of the aircon fan, the HVAC fan. That needs to get fixed. But other than that, car's been great. It's done good MPGs. We ended up filling up with some petrol, diesel rather, at Costco, and I worked out the MPGs to be around about 33.7 miles per gallon. And the trip computer itself right now comes up as 32.8, but at that time it was also about 33.8 or so. So the car knows. I'm very happy with the way that this is calculated out its miles per gallon. It is nowhere near as wild or all over the place as some of the other vehicles. Is a little bit different from the WLTP range, which they suggested. Is it WLTP? I think that's the new one, the one that they did in 2010, because I'm sure this says that I can get like 40 odd miles to the gallon and that a full tank will give me 720 or 700 and something miles. I don't think you'll get that out of this, if I'm honest with you. But yeah, driving up there and getting to Costco probably took 39 litres worth of diesel, so a good almost half a tank. So if you do it in one stint, let's turn that down a little bit to stop the whistling. There we go. If you put the fan speed on 1, the whistling goes away. But yeah, all in all, lots of things seen, a good little couple days out. Yeah, the drive was long, took us 4.5 hours to get up here. We'll see how long it takes to get back. I'm hoping it'll be around about 4, because we've got that little stop at the train station as well. Yeah, Priya's really enjoyed herself. My dad's had a good time with it as well. Been to see, like I say, a lot of things. Penshaw Monument, went to Gateshead, went to Durham Cathedral. Didn't get to see the castle at the time because Priya was getting a bit tired, which is more than fine. Walked down some weird backstreet alleys, so it felt very much like the city, except narrower, and it smelt more of wee. Maybe it was just the alley that I went down. Gotta love a backstreet alley. Yeah, should you come to Horden? I mean, if you've got a need to. Should you go to Gateshead in Newcastle? Yeah, if you want to buy some stuff. Should you go see Durham Cathedral? Hell yeah, man, that place is sick. They've got a Magna Carta there, an older version of the Magna Carta. However, I didn't see it because it cost, it was £7.50 per person, unless you're under the age of 18, in which case it's free. So do I want to spend £15 to see the Magna Carta? Yeah, I would have done, but the tour, you have to do it on a guided tour, and we've missed the last one. So yeah, next time, hopefully I'll get to see the Magna Carta and the rule of all law that is derived from it, which would be cool. So yeah, should you come up north? Sure, if you want to see some stuff. That's not the be all and end all of what's going on, so, or the reason for this video. I'm rambling now. I'll tell you what, let's do a little video montage of us going home, and I'll see you either at a service station or back in Peterborough. We'll see. I don't live in Peterborough, I live near Peterborough. See you there. Right, drop off at Doncaster has been complete. Not going to lie, this particular couple streets probably doesn't look the prettiest, but there is a couple pretty things in Doncaster itself. So that's Dad dropped off for him to go down to Leamington Spa to pick up a car. Now it's just Priya and I, who's now sat back in the front with me, driving back to Whittlesea, which according to Google Maps, is going to take, it'll be 12:30 by the time we turn up, so an hour and 45 minutes because it's 10:45. Hopefully it doesn't take that long, or it takes less time than that. Let's hope it takes less time than that and not more, because that'll be crap. All in all, yeah, successful little road trip. I'm currently sat on 424.7 miles, got around about 100 more to do, so yeah, let's do it. Montage time again. Just as a side note, this road that I'm on at the moment takes you to Rotherham, which apparently that bird that's not from New York City is from Rotherham, is from Arctic monkeys. They say change when the sun goes down. When the sun goes down, I don't know if that's the song. I think that's the song. Round here. I don't know. Just stopped for a few minutes. Priya, say hello. Just watching the tablet. Yeah, just stopped for a few minutes in Blythe Interchange at the Blythe Services, which is about 10 miles away from Doncaster. I'll let you see. Not the most exciting, nor the largest of services. £1.66 per litre, which is quite expensive, and apparently you have to pay to park here. Maybe if it's up to 2 hours you're okay, but after 2 hours you have to pay to park here. But still, come in here, grab a cup of coffee, because we've got around about an hour and a half left worth of driving to do. Yeah, we're on the stretch home now, guys, so let's get back to the borough. Right, let's get some coffee in us first. I think she might have a chocolate bar, and then let's get back to the borough. Let's go. Car's done well, dirty as fuck, but hey, it is what it is. It's gonna get dirty driving along. Actually, look how filthy it is. That rear wheel as well, been fine, no more alerts come on. Tyre looks completely fine, to be fair. Yeah. Which is a bit of a pain in the ass that thing happens, but other than that, been quite successful. Stuff bought, Costa bought, some biscuits from M&S bought, these chocolate covered custard creams, which are rather quite nice. And now, get back on the road. Back home, and you can look at my mug for a few minutes. Yeah, made it back. Total amount of travel time has been, as I look at my watch, I think we've worked it out to be almost 4.5 hours or so, bearing in mind I stopped a couple times. I needed a wee, small bladder, and besides that we had to stop off at the train station in Donington, which I keep forgetting is Donington and keep wanting to say Darlington, but that's all been done. Stopped off that other time at Blythe Services. FYI, Blythe Services, thumbs up. Small services, but it's got what you want, really, innit? There was a Greg's there as well, which didn't visit, but go Greg's. Yeah, so total amount of miles travelled, 522.3. I've got 377 miles left in the tank, thanks Costco. FYI, they have got some dirt cheap diesel out there. I think I paid £1.33.9, so say £1.34 per litre of diesel, whereas in Peterborough it's £1.38 for a litre of diesel, and on most places on the motorway / just generally the A1, £1.46 upwards. In fact, the most I saw was £1.48.9, so £1.49p per litre, which if you need it, what are you going to do? You just got to pay the money. Let's see, average speed was 40.6 miles per hour, and according to the trick computer, my average miles per gallon was 32.8 mpg, which based on the mpg I worked out before, which was like 33.7, can't remember if that's exact, on the 39 litres that I filled up with at Costco versus the 280-ish, I think it was, miles that I'd driven. It kind of worked out as, I think it was like 33 miles per gallon, so pretty much on par with what the computer says, so at least we know that we can trust the trip computer in the BMW. Thumbs up for you. That's the blunt honesty of the Germans, isn't it? No lying, No exaggerations, just that's the number. If anything, let's downplay it a bit, which kind of what's happened here. But yeah, 522.3 miles travelled, so an over 500-mile road trip with my daughter and then my dad for a bit of it. Went to see Durham Cathedral. We've been to Gateshead over in Newcastle, and went to go see the Penshaw Monument, which I keep wanting to call a Pantheon, which is not what it is. Basically, fake monument built, I think it was 100 and some odd years ago. I believe there's one that's very similar to that in Windsor, and then maybe another one knocking around in Britain, which would be nice to go see as well. Maybe that's my game. I should go see cathedrals. FYI, I can't remember if I said earlier on, but there's an older version of the Magna Carta in the cathedral, but I wasn't able to see it. But it's an excuse to go back there and to see the castle, which I didn't see. Very pretty looking town, Durham. Got to drive around Horden and see the destitution, I guess, of Horden. It was nice. I don't know what people are talking about. Fair enough, they're run down coal mining towns, but at least the bit I was in was not run down. And even when you went down into the numbered streets when we drove through, because we did have a little look at the beach, no, I just think they just look like standard blocks of terrace. So I don't know what people are talking about. Then again, I don't live there, so you know, maybe if I lived there for 6 months, I'd change my view. But then again, you could say that about a multitude of places. You could live in Luton for 6 months and still think it's rubbish. You can live in Peterborough, worst place to live in Britain. Lived in my whole life. Because I don't know no better, it ain't that bad. It's probably because I know most of the people that live here. Yeah. But yeah, all in all, good fun. We sorted out that dodgy tyre. No alerts came back on the way home, and from the seams of things, it seems to be holding pressure. It hasn't flagged up at all, bearing in mind we've driven a further 200 some odd miles back here. So yeah, maybe it was just going over that giant pothole that caused the BMW bong of death to ping on. So would I advise doing a long road trip in an X5 with a kid? Yeah, plenty of space. We all enjoyed it. The car was fine, except for, like I say, that bong of death that came on. But at the end of the day, that may have been caused by myself driving into that pothole. So technically, actually, there's a pothole. So technically, the council is the reason why that bong of death came on. So yeah, not a problem with the car. Miles per gallon, did all right. The car did everything it needed to be, and it carried everything well. I enjoyed it. It's comfortable, not achy at all. Daughter got a little bit of cramp, but then she sat in a child seat, not in the actual BMW seats. So yeah, I highly recommend it. It was a good car to have a long trip in. It may be different if you've got all the seats filled up with people, but I suppose for a considerable portion, there was 3 people in here, 2 adults and 1 child. And then for the bulk of the time, that's another portion of it, there's just me and my daughter in here. So yeah, is it a good car for a road trip? Yes. Should you go to Durham? Yes. Should you go to Newcastle? Yes. Should you go to Horden? If you need to go to Horden. Otherwise, maybe you want to go to the welfare park. I don't know. Should you drive a BMW X5 on a considerable amount of time? Fucking yeah. Of course you fucking should. She's not in the car, so it's okay to swear. Don't be getting up in arms. Don't be calling the NSPCC. So yeah. Anyway, on that bombshell, thank you very much. I know there's been a lot of montages. I know there's been a lot of chat. There's a couple videos of the places that we went. I hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe, share, comment. Let me know. Maybe I should go see some other stuff in the X5, because I've got it for the next couple months before I think I'm going to sell it on. Because although I really like the car, I've still got the Passat, I've still got the Rover. Yeah, need to do a few more bits to the Rover. The Passat green ticks on MOTs all the way through, so nothing special's going on there. I think I'll probably end up keeping the Passat. I love that car very, very much. However, this, on the other hand, I think I'm going to keep it for maybe a couple more months, 2, 3, 4 more months, see it through the winter, and then change it for something else. Maybe get I've got the straight 6, maybe I'd like to get the V8. Don't know, diesel, petrol, we'll soon see. Yeah, anyway, I really appreciate it, guys. Like, subscribe, comment, tell me what you think maybe the next big car should be. I'm thinking maybe big car, and then the Rover either stays alongside, or if I do change up the Rover, go for something that's British again, or maybe a sports car of some description. Be interesting to know what you think would be the next move. I suppose it keeps it fresh, doesn't it? But yeah, thank you. Enjoy yourselves, and I'll see you next week. Ta-ra.